Helo a croeso I podlediad Atebion Reslo. I am your host, me am Jeff53, joined as ever by my wonderful co-host, Joebot 22.
Hey. It feels like we swapped intros today. You've gone for the big grand entrance. I was gone, hey.
I wouldn't call it a grand entrance, I just spoke on my other tongue.
Well. It's not a normal one. We're what 17 episodes in. You've never done it, so
Yeah, no, that's true.
we could say it's unusual, but oh well.
Yeah. If you are wondering what language that was Welsh. Or Cymru, if you want to get serious about this.
Yeah, woo.
Yeah, I speak Welsh. I'm a cool guy.
Are we addressing why we're doing it not in person again, or are we?
We can. I think we might have said last week.
Yeah.
We might have. We'll just say it again. Pretty much, Joe's had his COVID jab, and to take precautions in case he wasn't feeling too hot today, we're just doing it from home.
But no, I'm fine, everyone. Thanks for
Yeah, he is fine, but it's better to be safe than him, come all the way to my house just for him to fucking collapse on my sofa or something. So
exactly. If you hear a loud bang, it's just me collapsing. So.
Yeah, you did a loud bang and then just silence from Joe for the rest of the podcast.
That's what you'll hear.
Yeah. But yeah, this week is it's the first week of our new format, isn't it? Because as we said last week, we are changing the way we do things here at the WAP. We haven't come up with a new name to replace the Wrestling Answers podcast. The one I said at the start is just what was it? Podlediat Atabion Reslo, which is just podcast Answers Wrestling.
It sounds
literal.
Sounds like Italian Welsh does.
Podlediat Atabion Reslo.
It does a little bit. I don't know if that's just your pronunciation of it. If you're adding that,
it could be my pronunciation because if you couldn't tell, I don't have a Welsh accent, so speaking the Welsh language doesn't come 100% naturally to me.
We'll get a Welsh person on. We'll get like Nessa or something.
Well, yeah, you've already got a Welsh person on, Joe.
Well.
So someone who actually lives in Wales and has a Welsh accent, yeah.
We'll get
someone who is Welsh but doesn't live in Wales.
Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jack? You right?
Yeah, no, I'm alright, Nessa. I'm doing fine. From the valley.
Gavin and Stacey's great.
Yes, but as I was saying, it is the first episode of our new format, where we have reduced the amount of wrestling content because, of a few reasons. One, it's hard to think of stuff to fill a full podcast with because we're not watching the show, and two, it just doesn't make for a very entertaining podcast, in my opinion. So, instead, we've got some other topics, but we do still start with a wrestling-themed topic. And our first topic today is why are WWE rehiring the people that they released? So, the thing that's brought this on is on Friday's episode of SmackDown, WWE revealed that they had re-signed Zelina Vega after letting her go for like a year. They just brought her back like nothing had really happened. And my question is, why are WWE doing this rather than just keeping them on the books? Because from memory, Zelina didn't do anything while she was released. Like, I know she had an OnlyFans, not for what you think it would be. It was just for cosplay costumes, which a lot of wrestling fans got a bit up in arms about, that it was only cosplay costumes. Cough, cough. But Yeah, she
Uh,
started a cosplay OnlyFans, and that was it, really. I remember. Well, obviously, Alistair Black's gone, so it doesn't really make much sense to me. Yeah, they've sort of traded one for the other, because obviously, if you didn't know, Alistair Black and Zelina Vega are engaged, which is a funny uh, partnership in my head, but you know, their lives. Um, so yeah, why do you think that they are now rehiring these talents? Well, I use talent in a feel really mean, but yeah, I use talent
Look,
in a broad stroke here.
mind what you're saying here. We got some what fans for fans of well, I don't think we do, but maybe.
We don't have any fans in the first place.
Yeah, we don't have any fans of our own, let alone
Yeah, ones who
yeah,
are
well,
also fans of Zelina Vega. Yeah.
exactly. But no, well, the obvious answer that people will say is backlash, but I don't think people were really that outraged by Zelina getting released. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just for a storyline. Maybe someone pitched it. They were just like, "That's fucking genius! Oh my god!" But apart from that, I don't really know. It's weird because she's not really known for anything. It's not like she's big in the world title picture or anything like that. So weird one, but we'll see what WWE do with it. Really,
Yeah, I suppose.
that was sort of a weird answer where I didn't actually answer, but
Yeah,
basically,
you sort of just
what?
went around it, didn't you?
Yeah, I just realised that I didn't actually answer. But no, yeah, basically what I just think is that maybe they're doing something big with her, but I don't see why they
Uh,
would.
I was
That was
gonna
my answer.
say, it seems a bit like wishful thinking that does really, because if history shows anything, I doubt they're gonna do anything with her. I think what they're gonna do is they're just gonna keep her on the books so that she doesn't go to AEW. But if she
Maybe
was going to, she probably would have already.
put her in
Actually,
put her in a tag team, a women's tag team. Doesn't have to make sense. They never do. Get
no,
with
that's true.
Naya.
That's true. Uh, well, I think it's because obviously Andrade has just debuted in AEW, so I think maybe they got a bit scared that she'll go and be his manager in AEW because she was very good as his manager in WWE. So if she goes off and does that, that's going to hurt them even more. So they just sort of panicked, re-signed her, stuck her in a match on SmackDown, and now they're probably just not going to do anything with her. Because,
Maybe.
as I said, listen, right, Zelina, I'm sure you're a lovely woman, and you seem to be quite funny from the clips I've seen of you on Up Up Down Down. So I'm sure you can make it as a streamer or something. Because I remember she used to do a lot of Twitch streams. She's not a good wrestler. She's probably now the worst women's wrestler on the roster. Like, hands down. Because she's shite in the ring.
Probably, yeah. Now I think
But,
of
yeah, but she has a place in the company because she's also very good. She's very good on the mic. So, you could rehire her and have her wrestle on her own for a bit, but then just stick her with somebody else to be a manager, sort of like she was with Andrade. I think you could feasibly stick her with Humberto Carrillo and then rejuvenate his career. Because Humberto Carrillo completely disappeared now. And I remember he got a big push. He got a big push before COVID happened. He was in the US title picture for a while. And now I have no idea where he is, what he's doing. I think he's still employed by the company. So I think you could sort of see if lightning strikes twice really, and stick Humberto with Zelina, and I think that could work because Humberto can't, his mic skills are shite. So give him a mouthpiece, and I think he'll be fine because he's a good wrestler. I've seen him wrestle. He's fine. Wouldn't say he's as good as Andrade, but very few people are. So there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options you could go with. Like you could stick her with fucking Bobby Lashley if you wanted. I don't think they would.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't think they would because he's already got MVP, so I don't think he needs another manager. But you know what I mean. All I hope is that they just don't stick her with Ricochet, because that means chances are we're going to see more of Ricochet. That's what I don't want.
Well, they could come down and do cosplay together. That's what they could do.
He comes down dressed as Deku, and she comes down dressed as the Zero Gravity girl from My Hero Academia as well. See, like, I watched that show and I don't even know what her name is, so...
I've got the manga, but I've not read it. I've said this a million times.
Wait, is it just the start of the manga? Like, the first, couple volumes or something?
Yeah, I've got, the first 8.
Oh, wow, you got the first 8? Bloody hell.
I know.
Fair enough.
Well, I was trying to get into manga a bit more. So I bought,
so you just bought the most basic manga you could find. You bought My Hero Academia.
Well, it's because I bought the Persona 5 manga.
Oh my God.
I'm actually behind on that, but so I need to buy the new one. But I bought them, and I get called Persona fanboy, where you guys are just like, no, I just love.
Because you are.
I know I am, but it's like a weird thing to be a Persona fan.
Yeah,
even though it's a good game, it's no. Well, that's the opposite of the game. But
to be fair, the first person you fight in Persona 5 is a paedophile. So
I know a lot of Persona fans are, and that's just weird. But I just like it because it's a good game.
It's coincidental.
Like if I was to stan anyone in the Persona 5,
let me guess, it's Anne, isn't it?
No, it's not. But I don't know. It'll be like there's no one good at Persona 5. There's no good characters.
Oh, so
Sejiro. That's who I remember.
I don't remember who that is.
He's the cafe owner.
Oh, okay. See, now you've said it, I actually know who you're talking about.
I will stan him.
Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, so back to WWE rehire and releases. I think they did it recently with someone else as well. Who was it? Well, they did that thing with Drake Maverick, didn't they? Where they sacked him and then in storyline rehired him.
Yeah.
They turned him getting sacked into a storyline and then just rehired him, which I thought was... I mean, it's inventive, it's turning a real-life situation into a storyline, so fair enough.
Because he just cried in a video.
Yeah, pretty much. He just cried on a video on Twitter.
He's
and everyone came out and was like, oh, please, just give him back his job. And then they did. So...
That's literally the entire situation, which is weird to think.
Yeah. What else?
I mean, props to WWE, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have sacked him in the first place, but whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because, I mean, they don't need to. The thing with these releases, to me, right, is it just smacks of... we can't be bothered to come up with anything for you, and rather than having you sit on the sidelines and complain constantly to us that you're not getting on television, we've just had enough of you and we're just going to sack you off. A lot of them smack of something like that, because WWE don't need to sack them to save themselves money. Like, I was looking. I think it was their annual earnings last year were higher than the years before, despite the fact that, or well, they weren't as high, obviously, but they were like considerably higher than they were projected to be because of COVID. They were still much higher. So it's like, why are you doing all these cuts when you still have the money to pay them? You're a $1 billion company now. You know, Vince is literally a billionaire now. You don't have to fire Tyler Breeze and Fandango because I doubt they're going to be fucking soaking up wages like they're fucking Ronaldo, are they?
Yeah, but maybe they were. Maybe they like demanded it. I don't know. That would be something they would do.
They've got like $1 million a year contract.
Exactly.
To be fair, I remember I read a list of the highest paid wrestlers in WWE, and I believe I mean, it was Lesnar, and Lesnar I think was getting like 3 million a year. Like Lesnar was getting peas. But then if you compare that to a footballer, for example, if we use Ronaldo as an example, Ronaldo, this is weekly, not yearly, his weekly wage as Juventus he plays for, his weekly wage just from the club is, I think, 800 grand a week in
Fucking hell.
euros. And that's not taking into account all the fucking hundreds of thousands of sponsorship deals the guy probably has. So
Yeah.
he's raking in like easily over €1 million a week. But then like in WWE, your highest paid guy is Brock Lesnar, who on average, because he's paid per appearance, on average makes about 3 million a year. Like it's ridiculous. And WWE are a $1 billion corporation, whereas a lot of these football clubs that do have these extortionate wages are not. So WWE very easily could afford to pay for all of these people's wages. And you could say, oh, they've got a much bigger roster than a football team. Well, yeah, of course they do. A football team, you only need like, what, 30 players at max?
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, and a wrestling company, WWE, have hundreds of wrestlers under contract, but none of them are going to be earning nearly as much as a football player, or like your average like football player, right? Because your average football player nowadays earns about 50 to 60 grand a week, like your average one. 50 to 60 grand a week. A wrestler would be lucky to get 50 to 60 grand for a month, in most cases. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, if you do the maths, I'm not going to do the maths here, but I assume if you have, say, 30 footballers on 60 grand a week, compare that to WWE, who will round up to 200 wrestlers on 60 grand in a month. I'm quite sure that the pay would still be higher for these football teams. Like,
I mean,
it's...
probably.
I don't think it's a case of money saving from WWE. I think what it is it's a case of we can't be bothered to keep you around anymore. We don't want to waste our time. And we don't want to waste your time either. Although, obviously, if you look at someone like Braun Strowman, who did get released, I'm sure Braun was on quite hefty wages, because he's one of the biggest talents in the company, or at least relatively hefty wages. He's the enigma in this. I have no idea why Braun got sacked, because he was on television. He was one of their biggest stars. And he's just gone. Just like that.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously costs a lot, but I bet he probably made a
Oh,
lot.
I'm sure he would have made more from like merch sales than he probably would cost in a year. Because
exactly. But
if we say Braun, you know, Lesnar earned, I'm going off figures from a couple of years ago, but Lesnar used to earn so much more than everyone else in the company by like several millions. But like he earned more than John Cena for doing about half the amount of appearances. So, he's earning millions of dollars. So I think it's 3 million, yeah. Braun is a big talent. I'm sure in a year, Braun's probably making, what, 750 grand a year?
yeah,
Something like that. Which for WWE, billion-dollar corporation, and it's not, it's not just about billion. Like, it's like a billion and a half. So it's a lot of money. 750 grand, that's nothing to them. Like that's literally nothing. Like what percentage would that even be?
yeah, exactly.
Divided by one.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
do.
do the maths right here. It is 0.0005 of their revenue, or of how much money they have. So that's
Fucking hell.
0.05% of their money would just go to Brawl. That's literally nothing.
Yeah. But fair enough. I mean, I can see why, but at the end of the day, it's not really necessary.
Yeah.
But
No, I think the reason they're rehiring some is just because they get scared that they're going to go off to another company.
yeah, that's definitely
I think we've sort of come to a more roundabout conclusion. We talked about like the monetary stats now. I think it's a much simpler answer than money. As I've said, I think it literally just comes down to they rehire them because they're scared they'll go to other companies, and they sack them because they don't have anything for them to do. And they don't want to have to put up with them complaining that they don't have anything to do.
yeah. Should we uh should we move on from that one?
Yeah, yeah. So we'll move on to our second topic of the day, which is our first non-wrestling one. Although you could make a claim that it could be a wrestling one, I suppose.
Yeah, you
Uh,
could.
yeah, you could. And it is trading cards. So there's all sorts of trading cards. You got your Pokemons, you got your Yu-Gi-Oh, Match Attacks, Slam Attacks. There's your wrestling one. You got Magic the Gathering. Don't know if Hearthstone really counts. It's like an online card game.
Maybe. I don't think it does though.
No, it's an online card game. It's different.
Or would you count like Pokemon Online, PCG Online? Would you count that as a
Well, that's
trading
a
card
sim.
game?
Well, that's different, right? Because that's a simulator of the real life card game.
I
Sort
suppose
of
so,
like,
but
well, you know how like Yu-Gi-Oh has all their their games. That's just to simulate playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah,
So Yu-Gi-Oh is still a physical card game. Hearthstone isn't a physical card game, or at least I don't believe it is.
yeah. I don't know.
Mm.
We'll have to debate that sometime.
Yeah.
But now is not that time. So
Mm. So yeah, we'll just talk about trading cards, I suppose. So what trading cards are you most acquainted with, I suppose, then, Joe?
well, for me, it's probably Pokemon. I mean, I tried collecting Pokemon cards at the start of the year, but I gave up because it was just like 20 quid for like 10 cards, and I was just like, fuck this. But as I say, 20 quid for 10 cards that weren't duplicate. Um, but yeah, and that was good because my little sister, she also collects Pokemon cards, so it's good like trading with her. I enjoyed that. But no, for me, my entire life, it was like the match attacks, and when I got into WWE, it was like slam attack. Um, but yeah, it was. I've not collected much over the years, really. But
Fair enough.
uh, I'm trying to think now. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Just Pokemon and like when I was a kid, like match attacks and stuff. But like, I just think they're clutter, really. Trading cards, personally, that's why I don't get a lot of them
Hmm.
because they're addictive clutter. That's what
Yeah.
that's
No,
what
I
I like.
get what you mean. Yeah. Well,
Uh,
I'm in a
I,
slightly different boat to Joe here, because I haven't collected trading cards for probably a year, 2 years now, maybe. Um, some of you might remember, and if you go back on my channel, you will see with your own eyes. I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I enjoyed playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I enjoyed collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I still enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh from time to time, but I haven't bought any cards for a long time. But yeah, my experience with trading cards is probably different to Joe's. Obviously, I think everybody, when they were young these days, will have had Pokemon cards at some point. Even people I know who don't care about Pokemon had Pokemon cards because it's what everyone else had. So they're like, oh, I'll buy a couple packs, see if I get something good, whatever. So, they don't care about playing the Pokemon games or watching the Pokemon show or don't really care about Pokemon, but they like collecting the cards. They like getting these rarer cards and saying, "Oh, look at me," and trading the cards for other cards and all this malarkey. But for me, I I did get into collecting Pokemon cards like quite big a long time ago, like when I was in middle school. 'Cause in middle school, it was all the rage, really. I
yeah, it's the same
remember.
for me.
Well, it got really bad at our school, like because people were like nicking cards and like people they bring the binders to school full of the cards, and then people would just nick whole binders, or they'd go into people's bags, take a card out of the binder, and just run off with the card or whatever. So our school actually banned trading Pokemon cards or bringing them in rather because
Yeah, ours got banned as well, and I got
yeah,
caught.
because it just
Got
got like
nicked off
really
me.
bad. People just nicking cards all the time. But I remember while I was in, I want to say either year 7 or year 8, I bought one of the big, what they called, there's a proper name for them. It's like the box set of packs. So it was
Ooh.
like 36 packs.
Yeah, well, they're like, I guess boxes collect. No.
You know what I'm on about? Like it's like the display
Yeah,
box
yeah, yeah.
where like you'd have them um on the the shelf in the shop, but it's like a whole one of them just for me.
I'll be inclined just to say like collection box or stuff like that. No,
Yeah.
set maybe. No, not set. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, there is a word for it. I'm trying to remember what it is.
What if you were to Google it and say, "Oh,
Booster
what is
box. It
that?"
might be a booster box.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Booster
booster
boxes.
box. Yeah. Yeah, it's because yeah, I remember my brother bought one for Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Bought a Yu-Gi-Oh booster box. So I bought a big Pokemon booster box. I can't remember what the set was, but it was when X and Y came out, and it was they had the Mega Evolution cards. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I tried so hard to get a Gengar, but I never did.
Yeah, I actually have one still, sitting somewhere
Oh,
in the house.
oh, there you go.
But yeah, so it was the box set that the Mega Charizard X and the Mega Charizard Y came out in. And I was like, I really need to get my hands on that because Mega Charizard X was my favourite Mega Evolution. Because, in Pokemon X and Y, did you play X and Y? I can't really remember.
I didn't play it, but I was like watching it because I didn't have a 3DS.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would like watching
What?
YouTube.
Yeah, watch like a YouTube playthrough. Well, in X and Y, they give you a free Kanto starter and they give you a Mega Stone with
Yeah,
it. And I chose Charizard and I had Pokemon X. And Charizard, I used Charizard and Mega Charizard X in my team all the way through. So it sort of just became my favourite Mega Evolution. I wouldn't say it is now. I'd say now my favourite Mega Evolution is probably. I like Mega Heracross. I think he looks cool. Mega Pinsir's cool as well. Mega Scissor's cool.
you like the bug type,
I do actually. I like bug types in Pokemon because they're.
but bug catcher Jack.
Yeah. No, it's like because I'm not sure if I've said this on the show, but I used to play Pokemon competitively through Pokemon Showdown, and I remember a lot of the bug types were actually really good because despite having a couple pretty annoying weaknesses, a la Steel, Fire, Ice, they also have good strengths, so they're super effective to Psychic types. What else? Super effective to Grass types, stuff like this. And usually bug types have quite a variety of moves. Like Heracross, for example, has got a lot of fighting type moves because it's bug fighting, which does nullify its resistance to psychic types, but whatever. But yeah, because of playing comp, I used to use a lot of these bug types, so I'd use a lot of their Mega Evolution. Like, I realised a lot of these Mega Evolutions are actually really good. But that's beside the point. Back to what I was saying, sorry. I bought the booster box of, I think the set name might have been something like Searing Fire. And I spent like half an hour opening all the packs. And you know how when people do a pack opening for Pokemon cards, they take the 3 cards from the back, put them to the front, and then flip the cards over because they open it from the back, so they don't
Yeah,
spoil what
has that
the.
changed now? Sorry, just I swear
It
that's changed.
has. It has now because they changed the amount of cards in the deck from 10. Not the deck, sorry, the pack from 10 to 11. Because now they introduce. They include an energy card. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
because the competitive players complained that the only way you could get your hands on energy cards reliably was through buying the set decks. Remember, we used to get like it was like 40 or 60 card like set decks where it would give you like one decent card and then the rest of it's just a load of shit. That was
That
the
that
only
that,
way. Yeah,
that
just
was
like
what I always complained about as a kid. I was just like, I can't, don't get damn any fucking energy. How do I
yeah,
play?
yeah, yeah. You can't play it without the energies, obviously. And everyone complained that that was the only way to get energies. So they said, "Well, okay then, we'll just give you an energy card in each of your packs then." And then they were like, "Yeah, okay." But if, like me, you don't give a fuck about the comp game, um, just
It's
just
just more
bin.
clutter.
Yeah, it's just more clutter. I just bin the energy cards half the time because I don't need them.
Hey, you should sell them on eBay.
Well, I'm sure I could sell like a job lot of like 100 energy cards and get it like 50p for it.
Well, it's a bit of a profit. I mean, you
Uh,
gotta get it where you can, I guess.
yeah, I suppose.
Like
But
Dragon's
yeah,
being pissed.
so I bought my booster box of Searing Fire, 36 packs, something about half an hour to get through it, and that was when I realised bulk buying collectible cards or trading cards never ever worth it because out of 36 packs I got a full art trainer card, 2 EX cards, and 1 Mega Evolution EX card. And that was it. I didn't get any secret rares. I didn't get any cool reverse hollows. I got fucking nothing pretty much. And I spent 65 quid on that booster box back then. Now that booster box is probably worth 100 sealed. And this is while I'm in middle school, right? I don't have a job. This is a lot of the money that I would have got for my birthday or Christmas or whatever. I've just spent probably more than half of it in one go, and all I've got to show for it is I've got one copy of a Mega Charizard, not even the one I wanted. I've got a full art version of Nurse Joy or whatever, and I've got like fucking Scyther EX. Like, I've got fuck all out of it.
That was always the thing. I used to get like the little Lego collectible figures.
Yeah. Oh, the little
And
minifigure packs. Yeah.
yeah, I'll buy like 3 at a time, and I'll just get like 2 of the same and then one that I probably already had at
Yeah,
home.
just fucking kick off about it.
But
Yeah.
then when you buy one separately, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is cool. Because when you buy things, you're just like, oh, this is just pretty much all the same. But then
Yeah.
if you get it separately, it's something new because you only have like one of that thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird explanation of it, but
Mm.
I know what I mean. Maybe someone out there will.
Yeah. Well, actually, talking about Pokemon cards, I did actually buy a Pokemon pack not too long ago. I think it was in year 12 I bought it actually, which sounds really strange, but pretty much in the town where we live, there's a WH Smith's, and we went in there for some reason, and saw there was some Pokemon packs, and I was like, oh, why don't we buy some Pokemon cards? And me and my mates were like, yeah, whatever. So we all bought a pack. And we all went and we opened them. And everyone got fuck all out of it. But then I got, what was it? I got a tag team VMAX. I don't know what it means, but I got a tag team VMAX Umbreon and Gengar.
Ooh, see, I'll be chuffed with that. I like Gengar.
Yeah, I was happy. I think I paid like £2.50 for the pack. The card is worth £12. Oh yes, big profits.
That's something I would like to do, like
Yeah, it's got
buy
cool art as well.
and sell Pokemon.
See, I can't be bothered doing that because it means you could just have to if we use what's his name? Randolph. Randolph is a big Pokemon YouTuber. Obviously, he's friends with the Sidemen and stuff. He runs a Pokemon card company where he just obviously resells Pokemon cards and Pokemon card packs and stuff. And honestly, because he's on a podcast with one of the Sidemen, it's called the What's Good podcast. It's okay, to be fair. I listen to you know how a lot of podcasts do like highlight clips on their YouTube. Usually, I'll just listen to them rather than listening to the full thing. But whenever he talks about it,
rival podcast.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. I mean, they've got 500k subscribers, probably more than that. So I don't think.
Show them no man. No, I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, I don't really listen to a lot, to be fair. Like, I listen to the What's Good highlights, and occasionally I'll listen to an episode of the Happy Hour podcast. But
that's class. That is.
I don't really listen to many podcasts. They're not really my thing normally. Despite the fact that we're making one right now.
He doesn't listen to it. He just uploads it.
I mean, that's not too far off the truth. Like,
No.
I listen through it, like I skim through it to see if there's any sound problems. Usually there's one or two, but
I
we can
thought you
live with
listened
that.
to it all the way through.
Oh God, no. No, see, my problem is, right, obviously, I edit and upload the podcast myself. I hate listening to the sound of my own voice on recording. It's why I don't watch back anything that I put out.
I always watch back whatever I do.
Yeah,
I just love hearing it.
Yeah, you love the sound of your own voice. That's what it is.
That is it, probably.
Yeah,
Like,
but
well, no,
I
I watch a lot of my stuff back at the minute because I'm doing the this little hint, everyone. 7 years Joebot coming next week.
ooh,
But
yeah. See,
yeah,
it's why like I don't go back and watch some of our old like Minecraft streams because I know some of our old Minecraft streams were funny and they were good.
they're hilarious to be
Yeah,
honest. They are great.
but I hate going back and listening to them because I hate the way I sound like over recording. It's okay on this one because my microphone is a lot higher quality than the microphone I used when we were playing Minecraft. So like I sound more like I actually do rather than sounding like a horrible garbled mess. But
Yeah, there's a lot of echo in the old episodes.
yes, yeah. Well, like even when we were streaming Rocket League, listening back to that, I still get a bit like just because the sound quality of the mic is a bit funny.
A lot of them Rocket League streams, they weren't the best because one of us will be tired because we would record it at like, or probably both of us actually.
Yeah, well, the
We
Rocket League
record it at
ones,
like eight
what we
o'clock.
would do, yeah, we would do them at like 7:30, 8 o'clock because what we would do is one of us would get back from work and then we'd
Yeah,
just immediately just hop on the stream. But like,
I was
going even further
literally.
back to that, when we were doing it during the first lockdown, when you were streaming on Twitch the first time round,
Oh yeah, they were
like,
good.
yeah, they were good, and like, it was me, you, and the G-Man. But even going back and listening to them, sometimes I feel like the sound quality on that from my end is a bit iffy. Like, the Joe, you've loaded us into competitive clip.
Oh, the
I
rumble.
hate the way, yeah, I hate the way I sound in that clip for some reason. Like, it just doesn't sound like me, and that's
We'll reshoot it.
just reshoot it IRL. Yeah,
Exactly.
Joe, you've put us in competitive, Joe.
It's rumble. I've got all the bells and whistles. That was a great quote in
It
that.
it popped up with. I've left the game.
I've not even stayed.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Uh,
a fucking. That's a great video.
oh, honestly, need to get G-Man to do. We need to get G-Man on to do more streams. Problem is, you don't
He's
have
a
an
grafter.
Xbox. Yeah. Well, he's working all the time, and you don't stream on your Xbox. So
I know, I'm lazy at the minute.
yeah, can't even be bothered to
But
plug your Xbox in so we can play Roblox. Disgusting.
oh, true.
It's
I
hey,
might
you
do a
can play
Roblox
for.
stream too,
Hey,
actually.
I was gonna say you can play it for free now. You don't even need a Xbox Live Gold
Yeah,
for it.
exactly.
So there you
But
go. You could do.
this is a
Hey, you
hint
could
for
bring back the
everyone.
Rocket League
Minecraft
streams.
servers coming soon, so we can get Gregor on that.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The only bad thing with it is going to be realms, so we can only do 10 people at a time.
Yeah,
We can have more than that on the server. We can only have the
yeah, but
10
only 10
server.
people. Listen, right? I don't think that's going to be a massive problem for you, Joe. I'll be honest.
Now I've got loads of people who are interested in it, so I'm gonna have to probably like just have a limit.
Well, you see, Joe, there's a difference between people who are interested and people who are actually going to be on it actively.
Yeah, true.
Because
Because I
I'm
feel like most
sure,
people play at different times again.
yeah. Well, like I'm sure if Leighton, who we've obviously spoken about on the channel before, we decided we'll just say his name. Who cares? If he said he was interested, he's not going to come on.
No, no, no. Like, I don't
Like,
mean people like that, but
what?
I've
He's
got like people from like college and stuff who have said they're interested, so I might just have
yeah,
to have a like play limit.
yeah,
That'll be a
maybe,
most likely scenario.
perhaps, perhaps.
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
see.
sometimes you have to make sacrifices, Joe. But anyway, back to talking about trading cards because we just tailed off. Yeah, what are the trading cards? Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! As I said, I got big into. I still play like the mobile game every once in a while. I used to sweat the mobile game hard. Like there's a competitive like ranking mode on it, and I got all the way up to platinum one season just because like I just felt like sweating it. But the problem with it is the meta of that game changes so much, so quickly.
In case you wondered what having no life is like.
Yeah, this was is at the start of like last lockdown, so at this point nobody knew what was really happening, so everyone was just sitting around the house. So that's what I used
I
to do.
wasn't.
Yeah, well, yeah, you actually had a job, so
God, take me back so I can actually have some time. Well, I don't have time now.
I was gonna say you've got time in your hands now, haven't you?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm loving it at the minute. I'm loving my life.
Yeah.
Soon it's all gonna stop when I'm fucking through. But
Yeah.
no, I don't have an expensive lifestyle though, you know.
No, I know. Yeah. Mine is slightly more expensive, so thankfully I've already got another job. But anyway, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. As I said, you on the channel, you've probably seen me unbox some Yu-Gi-Oh decks before. The last time I bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards was ages ago. There's like a tin of them somewhere, and I've got loads of like super rare cards in there. Hang on, give me a sec. Actually, I'll see if I can find it.
We've been going for an hour on topic 2, folks. This is great.
Here we go. Look at that. Here we. Oh, okay. So I was wrong about the tag team GX card. It's just I keep this in the tin as well. It's actually the Umbreon and Darkrai tag team GX card that I got out of that pack. Number 125 of 236 in the set it's from. No idea what set it's from, but there you go. Look at this. Yeah, I'm just going through my tin of Yu-Gi-Oh cards at this point. Like, it's great. I've got loads of cards in there. I've got Foolish Burial. That's a great card.
Do you have Pot of Greed?
Armageddon Knight. I don't think I do have Pot of Greed actually, because most of
Now
these.
I use my magic card. Pot of Greed to summon
Well,
2
like
cards from the deck into my hand.
most of these
You seen that?
decks are. I do know Pot of Greed. Yeah. Most of
No,
these decks
have you seen
are.
the games done quick clip?
Probably.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Most of these decks are built to be used like in active competition. So like, you know, I've got copies of actually good cards. I'm just well, sorry for that, folks. You can hear some quite loud banging in the background. Someone's decided. I don't really want to because it's my mother actually, but.
Oh, I thought it was your next door neighbour.
No. My mum's just smashing something into a bin from the sounds of things. But yeah, I'm going through my collection of like Yu-Gi-Oh cards here. Most of it's obviously built up from preset decks, but there's actually some decent cards in here. Like I'm just sorting through it. You know, I got Borreload Furious Dragon. It's a
I thought you were saying Boris Johnson.
no Borreload Furious Dragon. I've got Quad Borrel Dragon in ultra rare. I've got Topologic Zeraboros, also in ultra rare. I've got Zero Day Blaster in super rare. I've got loads of cool cards. Oh, here we go.
This is all just going over my head. I'm just
Here's my actual good cards. Here's my fucking mega rare. I've got my ghost rare. Wait, these aren't ghost rare. Sorry, no, these are mega rare. I've got my mega rare alternate art Wing Dragon of Ra. I've got my mega rare alternate art Obelisk the Tormentor. What else have I got? I've got a mega rare Dark Ruler No More, mega rare Red Eyes alternate Black Dragon. Hey, these cards are fucking sick artwork as well. Cool. I've got loads and loads of commons as well. Just loads of shite commons that I don't need. There you go. Ultra Rare Danger Nessie, Ultra Rare Thunder Dragon Titan. If you guys don't know Thunder Dragon Titan, this card used to be a beast in the meta. I've got the... Ooh, I think that's a Mega Rare Sky Striker Ace. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes! There we go. I found one of my cards that's actually worth something. It's called Mana Dragon Zernitron, which was, when I bought this tin, I believe it was worth, in this rarity, £7. Now, if my memory of inflation, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Card inflation, is accurate, then this should be about 12, 13. So there you go. Sitting on a gold mine here. All I have to do is sleeve these cards up and I'm in the money. Oh. Tell you what, I might buy some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I feel like buying some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards now, yeah. I'm just sitting here gushing about my Yu-Gi-Oh! Card collection. You're just sitting there fucking bored out
I
your
know
mind.
nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat.
Yeah. Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh's great.
I did see I was on the bus and I like looking in people's like car
Shoulders.
windows. But it sounds weird, but I promise you, it's just I want to see like ornaments they have and stuff. But this guy had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Funko Pop in his
My brother's got one actually. My brother's got the Blue Eyes White Dragon Funko Pop.
This guy didn't have Blue Eyes White Dragon. It was the chick with like blue. I think it's like Pixie or something, but I could be wrong.
It might be the Dark Magician girl.
Maybe, I don't know. It's whatever.
We've got blonde hair, blue hat.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so yeah.
Whatever.
See, I know my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's really not a brag.
Oh, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh's cool, bro.
I remember. Well, my brother has like a stack of cards, so maybe I'll have to ask him if I can go through it. I want to know. I'll
chances are they're probably all in like absolute. They're probably all in an absolute fucking state, and then he's got one that's supposed to be like worth like 20, 30
What are you
quid.
saying about my brother? Hey.
Well, I mean, listen, right? How old do you think these cards are?
Oh, he's had them since I was like 5-ish, so probably
Well, there you go. Then I highly doubt that they'd be in. Like,
they probably are in a
quality.
state. No, my brother, he has no care for rare things. No one in my family does. Once this is a side note, but once my younger sister, I won't say her name, but well, people know who she is. But yeah, whatever.
Delilah.
She likes New York City,
Yeah.
but no. So yeah, she once got gifted like a really like rare Barbie doll from like the 80s or something.
Yeah, and she just fucking broke it.
And she just fucking ripped it open. I don't even know where it is now. I was just like, I'm not one to care about Barbies, but just seeing this fucking rare figure that's probably worth hundreds, that was like passed down to her. I was just like, oh god, someone's kept that so nice.
Yeah, and then she just ripped into it. Yeah.
It might not have been a rare one, but I think it was rare.
It
said like 20th anniversary of Barbie, so it's probably like 80s or something.
Oh, that's probably worth several P's, that is.
Yeah. So. But oh well, it's ruined now, so.
Yep.
No point dwelling on it.
Potential
job.
Money down the drain. Yeah, great job, Joe's sister.
Yeah.
Delilah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I love her really.
Yeah. But yeah, trading cards. I think we talked about trading cards. Talked about the two things that I really do with trading cards. I used to collect match attacks as well when I was very, very young. To be fair, match attacks was actually how I got into football in the first place.
I'm the same, really.
I remember, I think the first set of match attacks I had was, I want to say, 2010's set.
Mine was probably the same actually. I remember I had a
Oh,
Cameroon player and I really liked him. I don't know why.
yeah. Yeah, I had the Match Attax 2010 World Cup cards.
Yeah, shout
And
out to our friends in Cameroon.
yeah, big up the boys in Cameroon. But yeah, I had loads back in the day, and I had for the 2010 World Cup, I had a 100 Club Pelé card that I remember I scammed my brother for because he packed it, and I scammed him because I had like a Man of the Match Wayne Rooney card as well, and I scammed him out of the Pelé by saying, "Oh yeah, you know Pelé's old though, and Wayne Rooney's not." And he was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay." And I got this fucking 101 attack stat Pelé, and I was buzzing, bouncing off the walls.
Wow. Now I can see why your brother acts the way he does in front of you. Oh, I would be
Yeah,
angry.
yeah,
He'd be like,
uh,
"Fuck you!
yeah, yeah.
You
But
scammed me,
yeah,
you
20.
bastard."
Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, 2010, 2011 match attacks were one of my first sets, really.
You were
Uh,
there opening a packet of Match Attax with a vuvuzela. You know,
yeah. No,
we need
well,
to bring them back.
the reason I actually mentioned that is because that was my first set, and that's actually how I started supporting my football club. It sounds like a really silly excuse, right? But what it was I was in first school, so I didn't really have a great understanding of all the football clubs because neither of my parents watched it. The only person in my family who watches football other than me and my brother is actually my uncle, because my granddad doesn't anymore either. But my support because I support Wolves, if you didn't know, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and it came from I used to have loads of match attacks, and I had loads of Wolves ones, and at the time my favourite colour was orange, and I said, what was it? I was like, oh, well, I've got all these orange ones, and I love the colour orange, so I'll just support them, and that's literally where it came from. Like that's
Strange
it.
reason, but fair enough.
I just love the colour orange. I had loads of orange Wolves player cards, and orange is the colour they wear in the kit, and that was it. And ever since then, I've been a Wolves fan. So there you go.
Right. Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah, insightful.
What? To be fair, that is a pretty funny reason why like people support or like
Yeah,
things because I'll probably have instances like that where I'll be like, "Oh, I like it because it's this color."
yeah. No,
But
no,
yeah,
that's literally what I well do remember. At the time, I was like 7, 8. So like,
yeah.
you know, I think it's fair enough.
Wow. Yeah. But, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been talking about this
Yeah, we've been talking
for
about the trading cards for way too long now. We'll move on to our third topic, which is what do we actually want from WWE 2K22? Because as we know,
it to be good.
it's coming out. Well, yeah. But 2K22 is coming out. They've shown like 2 trailers for it so far, and if I'm being completely honest, it just looks the exact same as it used to.
Yeah.
But eh, you know, if you know, we'll just talk about what we want. One, not 2K20 again. Anything but 2K20.
Yeah.
Because that game was shite. Hopefully, because you know they've had 2 years to work on this now. Hopefully, it's not in as broken and horrible of a mess as it was.
But let's face it, it will be.
But I don't have full faith because obviously, you know, this isn't Dimps making it anymore. This is it's like Visual Creations or some shit like that. So it's a completely different company that's making this, and it's the same one that did 2K20. I don't have faith, really. I think all it really needs to be a good game is A, it works. and doesn't glitch constantly. Because obviously in your WWE games, there's always like glitches and stuff. You can't really get away from that. But at least this time around, don't have every glitch feel like it breaks the game. You know.
Yeah.
2, an actually respectable and enjoyable My Career mode rather than the absolute fucking dumpster fire that they did for 2K20, where there's a whole section where you get dressed up like a baby by X-Pac and you get beat up by a giant hot dog, I think, as well. And the entire, the start of the story is like, the main characters just get bullied in a cafeteria for no reason, and it's like the most cringy shit I've ever seen in my life.
Shane McMahon calls them stupid, and
Probably does, yeah. Shane McMahon just shows their report cards on the Titantron. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, it was shonky. And also, probably the last thing from me is make universe mode actually decent. Make it more like GM mode, or just give us GM mode. People have been asking for GM mode for like 15 years now. Just fucking do it. It's not hard.
Yeah, what I want is just SmackDown versus Raw, just any one of them, and just make it modern. Like that's all you need. Maybe
Well,
add in like one of the what? Add in like the Road to WrestleMania modes. They were good.
I would like a Road to WrestleMania mode. That is fair enough. Yeah.
I want to see Chris Benoit. No,
Oh,
God. Oh God.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Oh God, get out. That was too dark of a joke. Oh God. That's it from me. That's
Yeah. Well, what was I saying? A universe mode. I think they could easily put in a GM mode. I think a 2K showcase. Everyone always goes on like, oh, if it doesn't have a 2K showcase, then why bother? Well, it's like, you don't really need a 2K showcase, do you? People complain because they took the 2K showcase out. They couldn't think of anything good. If they can't think of a good thing to put in for a 2K showcase, then why put one in at all? Because eventually you're just going to end up getting a 2K showcase mode for fucking
well, it's very mysterious.
Gangrel feuding with D'Lo Brown. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
But no,
chances are, right, they're going to do a Rey Mysterio one, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be the cover star.
he is, yeah.
So, there you go. You can easily do a Rey Mysterio one. There's so many matches you could pick for a Rey Mysterio one. You've got his debut.
Eddie
Yeah, you've got his
Guerrero
debut.
custody ladder
Yeah,
match.
you've got the custody ladder match you can use. You've got when he won the world title at WrestleMania in the triple threat, which will give us a young Randy Orton player to use as well, which would be quite nice. You could have him winning the WWE title on like 2011 Raw as well. You can have him make his return at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, there's all
That's
sorts
just
of stuff you
like
could use.
making returns.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just like he fucking fractures his knee like 9 times, and he just comes back.
Yeah.
I've ruptured my knee 6 times. Yeah, we don't care, Ray. Get in the ring, mate. Get in the ring and do some flips.
That's what Vince McMahon said. Rey Mysterio.
Ray, get in that ring now.
Your return. Hey man, I don't want to return.
He just goes, Vince, my knee, it really hurts, Vince. I don't care. Get in that ring.
Make me some fucking money.
Pretty much.
But yeah.
But yeah, 2K22. It's not hard, is it? I don't think it's
I just
hard for
want it to be
them to
good.
make a good game. Like, I don't know how they went from 2K19, which is actually decent, to 2K20 in like 1 year. It all just fell apart. I think, there is actually reasons behind it. One is because they had to shift main developers 3 months before the game came out. So, yeah, that probably didn't help. But, you had all the assets. So why did it all fall apart if you already had all the assets and you'd already you could have just
I'll be a bit disappointed if they did reuse assets because
oh they
like
will they will.
it's next gen now, lads. Let's step it up, yeah.
Well, I think for some of them you could get away with reusing assets. Like I think a lot of the
Oh, the characters you don't care about, like
no, that's what I mean. Like you can just reuse a lot of character models and like Cesaro. In the first trailer they show off, it's Rey Mysterio versus Cesaro. The Cesaro
yeah,
model's the same model it's been since like 2K17. Like they're still reusing that model, but it's because Cesaro hasn't really changed the way he looks at all since
oh,
then. So
he's just a big bald man.
yeah, pretty much. Rey Mysterio's model looks like the same one that they made for 2K18 as well. So or 2K19 or whichever one is. Yeah, 2K19 he was in. Sorry. So it looks like the same model for him anyway. So you know, I'm sure they're going to reuse like loads and loads of these models. But they're just going to look nicer because I feel like they've probably put in a new lighting system. Right, I would
Yeah,
hope they've put in a new lighting system. Because if I remember
we'll
the
see what
lighting
they do.
system in the last, well, I hope they've put a new lighting system in because my biggest complaint with 2K19 was they changed the lighting system but made it worse. Because the lighting
They
system
just put
before looked better, but then they just made all the light harsher for 2K19 and 20. Like they made everything just look really horrible and saturated, unsaturated. Sorry.
they had the Sin Cara lights in every match.
I wish they had the Sin Cara lighting. That would look nicer.
It fucking wouldn't.
Yeah, probably would. Look like shite.
Take this from a guy who's seen Sin Cara in a WWE venue IRL. It
No,
does not look nice.
no. Well, it would probably look nice in the game.
Eh,
Maybe. Hopefully. But yeah, 2K22, there's, like I say, it's not hard to do it well. Just go back to the old, because they changed all the fucking systems in 2K20. Just change it back to what it was before, because if it ain't broke, don't try and make a new whole fucking system for it. Just go back to what it was. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. There you go. It's fine. You don't need to fiddle with it. But yeah, 2K22. More like 2K20 poo, am I right? Hmm.
I'm a bit repulsed at the minute. Can I just say? So I just quickly muted there, and my sister brought me in some lunch. Right, listen to this. I don't want to eat it. Right, so it's got sweet corn, tuna, and then cheese melted on it in a baguette. It it stinks.
Well, okay. If there wasn't cheese in it, I'm sure it would probably be quite
It would be
nice.
nice.
But the cheese, I think she's ruined it there.
I
Absolutely
mean,
ruined it.
it's a good sentiment, but
Bottled it.
I mean, cheers, Jeff. But
Cheers, Jeff.
I mean, it probably wasn't her who made it. Oh God, should we do a taste test? Hang on.
Well, yeah, why not? Well,
Should we do ASMR? Hang on. Maybe you
ooh,
guys can hear it.
oh, God.
Oh, you can't hear it. Oh God. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh. Ugh.
Going splendidly.
Tastes burnt.
Probably the
Ah.
cheese.
Nah, it's not for me. Not for me. Chat. Oh, that's a chat. I think I'm streaming. But no. Oh God. But yeah. So what I want from a WWE, well, a new WWE game, is just for it to be good.
Yeah, I think that's all anyone really wants, to be honest. Just want the
Just
game
make
to
it good.
actually work.
Oh god, sorry, I'm just repulsed right now. Oh,
Right, well, we'll use that repulsion to repulse our way into our next topic, which, as
and
it's
that's trying.
the midpoint of the show, it is time for everyone's favourite game show segment, Top or Flop. Round 3 it is this week. Now, last time Joe set himself a new high score of, I want to say, I think it was 13 out of 33, which is a perfectly respectable score. I did make it a little easier last week to try and get him a better score, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, he got the 13 out
You
of
you
33.
you picked me up now, and you're gonna knock me down today.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe. So,
Well, you didn't say this one's gonna be easier.
I didn't, because, well, we'll
See,
see.
one of the songs that you said was gonna be really hard last time is one of the ones that did the best on, which obviously the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah, well, it's because
Uh,
I didn't expect you to actually know that one, really. Because I thought you weren't very well versed in your old songs, as we found from the first one.
well,
What as we found
you
from the
just got a
first
bit
one, because
unlucky.
I
You
gave
just
you,
got a bit unlucky because it's one of my
yeah,
favorite songs.
yeah,
So
because I gave you probably, if not the most famous, probably the second most famous song that the Police ever made, and you had no clue what it was at all. So the Police are a historically quite large band as well. But
well,
we've got a good mix of old. There's nothing older than 83 there this time around.
see, my music taste is weird. I like a billion different genres, so it's hard to actually say.
Hmm.
Like, it's hard to
Yeah,
predict what
well,
I would
yeah.
like. So,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's why I have such a hard time trying to get ones that you would know. Because
yeah,
I don't know what you do know.
I mean, just get a fucking like song from like The Lion King or something. I don't know.
See, well, the problem with that is I don't think any songs from The Lion King actually charted. So,
Oh, I bet they have. Like,
well, yeah.
can you feel the love tonight?
Hakuna
Maybe
Matata probably did, actually. I can
A
see that
Circle of
charting.
Life, I think did.
Okay, well, none of them are in here, so it doesn't matter. So we'll go to our first song straight away. Your first song title is, for a potential of 3 points, of course, Shout Out to My Ex.
Oh, I think it's Little Mix in it. You heard it everywhere, so I'm gonna say yes, it did reach number one, and it was released 2015.
Oh, you're so close there, Joe. Oh, we nearly got
No,
our first three.
is
It
it
was
2016?
2016. That
Oh,
was yeah, that was very close. I
that's
thought,
another one where I thought it was big in 2016, but maybe it was like a December release. Maybe they're trying to go
no,
for like
no, it was like
2021.
it was like summer kind of
But
2016.
yeah,
That was, yeah. That,
but
yeah, I thought I'd start you out quite easy this week. Everyone fucking knows "Shout Out to My Ex" in the UK at
mhm.
least. You couldn't fucking escape it for like half a year. Uh,
There's my ex. You really got that. But the reason I
I
said that
fucking hate that song.
was back in 2016. I was really big into X Factor because that was the year Honey G was
Who
on.
you dealing with? The X Factor. Sorry.
I was really I just liked Honey G a lot. So I
Oh,
watched
I
X
remember Honey
Factor and
G.
they did that song like every week.
26. That was when we were in year 9, wasn't it? Honey G. Yeah.
It's when we started it, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Started at high
That's
school.
when we met Chat.
Yes, it
That's when
was.
we met.
Yeah. The prime of Honey G's career.
Well, you say career.
Career is a strong word. Yeah.
She did one song after her time in X Factor.
Probably for the best she didn't do anymore. So we'll move on to our second song now. This is probably a bit harder for you. Your song title is Now You're Gone.
Oh no. I listened to it when I was a kid. Was it 2010? Sean Kingston. No, it didn't reach number one.
Well, you're going to get 0 points there. Now You're Gone by Bass Hunter, released in 2008.
Oh!
Hit number one. Yeah, Now You're Gone. Yeah, Now
Oh, of
You're
course it's
Gone.
Space Hunter. I always, when I think of Space Hunter, I always think of just like Dota and like,
Dota, yeah. Dota never actually charted in the UK, fun fact.
it's more
Which I
like
think
an
is
internet
ridiculous.
song, isn't it?
Yeah, like whenever I think of Dota, well, Dota's in like German or something, isn't it? Or
I
Swedish.
think so, yeah.
Well, Bass Hunter is Swedish, so I'd assume it's either Swedish or maybe German. But yeah, Now You're Gone by Bass Hunter. It did hit number one. It's Bass Hunter's. I think he actually had 2 number ones. It was this and another one I cannot remember the name of whatsoever.
I know he had one more song that everyone liked, but
Yeah, there you go, Bass Hunter. Blast from the
doesn't
past,
it have
that is.
like a girl's name title? It's I think
Ooh,
like Marianne or something. No,
I cannot remember. Let me have a look. I'll go on the official chart website.
I'm just gonna Google it now.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm on the official charts. I'm on the official chart
I just
website.
don't want people to think I'm cheating. Hang on. Right, Bass Hunter.
Bass Hunter chart topping. Bass Hunter. His only other. Oh no, he only ever had the one number one, and his only other big hit in the UK was All I Ever Wanted, which came out exactly 7 months after Now You're Gone. And Now You're Gone, fun fact, spent 40 weeks in the charts. 5 weeks at number one as well. Big tune. Yeah. Last time Bass Hunter had a song in the charts was 2010.
Botan Anna. That might be the one I'm thinking of.
Maybe. All I Ever Wanted was the other one that got into the top of the pops.
Right. Just so no one says I'm cheating, I'm back on Discord now, folks.
Yeah. So number 3. I sincerely hope you get at least some of this. Your song title is Beat It.
Oh God. Michael Jackson. 1991, and I'm gonna say no, it didn't.
You're gonna get 2 points for that. Michael Jackson did, in fact, write and sing "Beat It." It didn't hit number one. It actually only reached number 3, surprisingly, considering how much of a classic it is. But it was 1983 was the year.
Oh.
1983, because I believe it actually came before Thriller. Beat It did. Although I think they were all on. They were all on the Bad album, but Beat It was a single that came out quite a bit before Bad. At least I think that's right. Yeah, peaked at number 3. Funnily enough, consider it. I think Michael Jackson only actually had 7 UK number ones, and one was Thriller.
That's still a lot, though.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough only hit 3rd as well, which is another Michael Jackson banger. Unfortunately, Black or White, that music video never hit number 1, probably for good reason.
We talked about this the other week.
Yeah, we did. We talked about this the other week because, you know, sometimes it's late at night, you find yourself watching random stuff. I found myself watching the music video for Black or White by Michael Jackson, and that is one of the strangest music videos I've ever seen in my life. There's an ending segment that's 4 minutes long of Michael Jackson dancing to no music in an empty street smashing windows and turning into a panther. It is ridiculous. Makes no sense. But anyway, talking of making no sense, we'll move on to question number 4. Your song title is International Love.
Oh, it's.
You must know this one.
I think it
Everyone
is
knows
Sean.
this one.
I think it is Sean Kingston, isn't it? It's released 2009, and it did not reach number 1.
You're going to get 1 point for that.
It does have a feat in it. Does it have a feat?
International Love by Mr. 305, featuring Chris Brown.
Oh, it's Pitbull. Oh no! I saw that the other day.
It's Mr. 305, featuring Chris Brown.
No. You know the day before we did the first top or flop.
Yes.
I looked because we joked that you were going to do a Pitbull song.
Yes.
So I saw International Love and I was just like, oh, he's probably going to do that one. I know you have done it, and I said, fuck, it's Sean Kingston. Oh my god.
Mr. 305. Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Well, it's Mr. Worldwide, and that's why it's International Love. You know.
Oh,
something down like New York City. Something Los Angeles. I don't actually know the words to International Love off the top of my head. But you know Chris Brown's in it. Yeah, that was released in 2011, and this was a shock to me. I thought it actually was bigger in the UK than it actually was, but it actually only peaked at number 10 on the UK official chart. I thought it would have hit at least top 5.
I got 1 point.
You got 1 point for saying no. And it wasn't the point that I expected you to get. That's the thing.
It's annoying because I saw it and I was like, oh, he's going to ask me it. 2 weeks later, I'm a bit dumb today. You know, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any sleep last night. I'll tell you, viewers.
Because you're anticipating top or flop. That's what it was.
No, well, yeah,
really
yeah.
Nervous, yeah.
It's because I sleep on like my left side, and that's obviously where I got the vaccine, so I couldn't really do that.
Okay.
I guess I could just man through the pain. It's because the right side, I'm on my dominant arm, so it goes like really numb. Well, on my left side, I don't really feel it. That's why I sleep on that side. But...
So how many points have you got so far? You've got 2 from the first question.
Just honestly, don't keep track.
No, we need to. We need to see if you can beat your score from last week. Because last week you got 13. You got 2 from the first question. How many did you get from Now You're Gone? I don't think you got any.
I didn't know.
No, you didn't, because you said it was like fucking Sean Kingston. You said that
I
twice
said that
now.
Twice.
You said Sean Kingston twice. You have to put a Sean Kingston question.
Beautiful girls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Damn, all need me.
Oh god.
Yeah, so you've got 2. You got. I think you got 2 from Beat It as well, because you got MJ and you got No, so you got 4, and you got 1 point from International Love. So you're on 5 points of a potential 12 so far. So that's not terrible. Could be going worse.
You know why I said International Love with Sean Kingston? I was thinking that song like Shawty is the eeny meeny miny my lover. Shawty is the eeny meeny miny my lover. That one.
Okay.
What's that one? Oh,
I couldn't tell you. I recognise the lyrics just about.
Is it just eeny meeny?
It genuinely could be.
Eeny meeny miny my lover.
It's not the one he did with Bieber, is it?
No, that's.
I know Sean did one with Bieber.
Oh, what was that one? Oh, fucking.
I remember in the video, like the camera spins a lot, if I remember correctly. Anyway, move on to song title number 5. This one might be a little bit of a step up in difficulty. Your song title is Hey Boy, Hey Girl.
Oh, is it? I'm gonna say it didn't reach number one. Because I've never heard of it, so it probably didn't reach number one. Is it Mika? I don't know. And it was released 2003.
Well,
Never heard of this
you
song.
are going to get 1 point
Ooh,
for no. Peaked at number
no,
3. Peaked at number
I've
3
never
this
heard of
did.
this
It's
song.
Hey Boy, Hey Girl by the Chemical Brothers, released in 1999. One of the biggest dance tracks of the last 20 years.
I'm not a dancer, so
Yeah. Rhythm is a dancer.
I've literally never heard of that song.
You don't
Great.
know Rhythm is a dancer.
No, no, no.
Rhythm is
Hey,
a
hey girl,
dancer.
hey boy.
Oh, right, okay. Superstar DJ. Here we go.
Yeah.
Actually, the only reason I know Hey Boy, Hey Girl is because it was in Just Dance. But it was also Big Banger. So I
Miamo
started
Jeff
listening to it the other
53
day.
just on stream.
I've only got just
I
on
would
my
pay
Wii.
for that.
I've only got it on my Wii, so you're gonna have to pay a lot of money.
You got to do
But
Rasputin.
well, actually, the Hey, not Hey, Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh
It
yeah.
was on the first Just Dance. I'm the only person I know who's managed to get 5 stars on that. 'Cause
Well,
I'm
move
a
aside,
fucking
buddy, because I haven't. No, I'm not.
no, I don't think so, nerd. So, song title number 6. Uh, it's probably easier, and I'm sure if you don't get it, you'll feel stupid for not getting it.
Oh great, it's one of these, is it?
Song
Right.
title number 6 is Dirty Disco.
I've never fucking heard of this. What?
Yes, you have, Joe.
Oh,
Try and tell me you
can
haven't
I
heard this fucking song. I'm
can,
gonna kick your teeth in.
can I sacrifice the point and
A
get the
point for
artist?
a hint. Yes, you can. Your artist is Dizzy Rascal.
Shit. Um,
Don't try and fucking tell me you've never heard of Dizzy Rascal.
I'm gonna say it did reach number one, and it was released 2007. I've not. I don't think I've heard of it.
Fucking oh my Jesus Lord.
If you sing it, I probably wouldn't know it, but I can't ask for that, can I? So,
Well, you know what? I think I will. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get the lyrics up. 'Cause there's a lot of Dizzy Rascal songs that sort of sound the same. Here you go. I'll sing you the chorus. I can find the chorus.
everyone quiet at home. This is gonna be good.
Yeah. Oh, fucking stop scrolling. There you go. Oh, don't work. We can go without it. We don't need the world to party. I'll take you there. Don't doubt it. Dance. I'll take you there. Disco, 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 dance. I'll take you there. That one.
No,
I'm
never
not.
heard of it.
Right, I'm going to have to play you this after because if you've never heard "Dirty Disco" by Dizzy Rascal, you're a fucking pagan. You're a liar if you've never heard that fucking song.
I've never heard it. I've
Genuinely,
probably heard it.
genuinely, you probably have. You know who Dizzy Rascal is, don't you? You do
Yeah,
know who
yeah.
Dizzy Rascal. He did "Dance with Me" with Calvin Harris. He did "Bonkers." He did "Dirty Disco," and he did "Holiday." You know.
That's all I know for is bonkers. I don't
Do
know
what you
these
want to,
shitty
baby.
songs.
They all reach number 1, Joe. Every
Okay,
single
well I
one of
got
those
one
songs I've
point
just
then. I
listed
got one
hit number
point.
1 in the UK, and they're all off the same album. So you get
Oh,
nil point for
I
that one.
got a point. I said it did reach number one.
Okay, you get un point. There you go. You get un
Yeah.
point.
Well, what year was it released?
2010. You said 2007.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You've never heard of Dirty Disco. Fucking hell. Christ.
You can't expect me to know these songs. I'm sorry.
Fucking everyone in the UK's heard Dirty Disco by
No,
Dizzy
they
Rascal.
haven't. No,
Yes,
they
they
haven't.
fucking have. Yes, they have. Bro, my fucking
No, they haven't.
60-year-old my 70-year-old granddad even, he's 70, not 60, my 70-year-old granddad knows Dirty Disco.
No one knows it. No one's heard of it.
If no one's heard of it, why was it number one in the UK for 6 weeks?
I've not. I've literally. I grew up listening to loads of music in 2010. Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Oh, I might have. I
you
don't know.
you didn't know number one by Tinchy Strider either. That was number one for Jesus Christ.
I've never heard of these fucking songs. I'm
Oh
sorry.
My God. Probably grew up listening to fucking Glee. That's all you were listening to. You weren't listening to the actual good music of the time. Jesus. Anyway, how many points I put you on? I put you on fucking 7. Put you on 7 of 18.
I'm
Your song
sorry.
title for question number 7 is I will actually come to your house and kick your fucking teeth in if you don't get any of this. Genuinely, I will. Right? It's sicko mode.
Okay, well, that's good then. Oh no, do I have to... It says featuring in it. Oh, well, I know it. I know it's Travis Scott. I'm gonna say, did reach number 1, and it was released 2017.
Well, you get 1 point at least, so I don't have to kick your teeth in. Because it was Travis Scott. It only peaked at number 9, and was released in 2018. Not even like the start of 2018, like the end of 2018.
I was close. I was close. I'll give myself that.
So it puts you on 8 of 21. Question number 8. I'm not even going to expect.
I don't know why you're sighing at me.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't
I'm bad
expect anything.
at this.
I can't expect anything of you. So you still beat your first score, or else you've
God, I
equaled
feel
it,
like
rather.
I'm getting yelled at by my
7-21.
dad. Oh my God, this is
Right. Question
I'm
8. Your song title. Your song title is Iris.
Just put me down for 0 points. Never heard of it.
Well, at least give it a guess.
Who was the artist?
It was the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh, fuck off. 1996. It did reach number 1.
You get 0 points for that. Goo Goo Dolls released Iris in 1998, and it peaked at number 3 and was in the charts for.
To be fair, I was close.
How many weeks? Let's see how many weeks. Because I have a bad feeling that it's going to be quite a lot.
Right, have I ever got a year right?
No.
See how stupid this is sometimes.
It's not that stupid. All you have to do is just think.
Anyway, next question. I'm tired of top or flop now.
Just give me a sec.
Oh.
Goo Goo Dolls. Iris was in the charts for 92 weeks. It's quite a few.
Okay.
Their only big hit as well, surprisingly. Number 9. Your song title is White Noise.
Oh, fuck's sake. Who's the artist?
Disclosure featuring Aluna George.
Oh, fuck off. Never even heard of 2005. It did not reach number 1.
Well, you're going to get 1 point for that because it peaked at number 2.
Is this a song that I should have heard of?
White Noise. It was all over the radio like a year and a half.
Okay, what's it going like?
White Noise. White noise. You're like an automatic. You just wanna put me crying. I know the word.
Never heard of it.
Big tune. Oh, I don't care. 8 out of 27. And we move on to our double or nothing question, which I've tried to make it somewhat attainable for you, because I've given you a song that I know that you. It's just, do you know your specific?
God, right,
Your
okay.
double or nothing question to take you to 11 points of 33, and give you your first correct, or potentially correct, double or nothing question. Your song title is, and remember, you need to give me all of the specifics, or I give you no points.
Yeah.
Your song title is Whenever You Need Somebody.
Oh, you sexy bitch. Okay, so it is Rick Astley. I know it's Rick Astley.
You want me.
It is 1985. No, 19. No, wait. It's one of his. No, 1984. Uh, and it did. So Rick Astley 1984, and it did not reach number one. No, it did. It did. It did reach number one. Okay, I'm locking it in.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, your score tally will remain at 8 points.
Fuck! What? Oh, what was wrong?
Whenever You Need Somebody was released by Rick Astley on his debut album in 1987,
Oh, that's bullshit.
and it
No,
peaked
that's
at number
bullshit.
3.
Oh, that's so unfair.
Well, I
No,
did
because
say you had to get it all right.
No. This. I'm giving myself half a point for this, right? I
No,
don't care about
you
the
don't get
tallies.
any.
No. Right. So I watched the Family Guy episode. You know where Peter goes back in time, with
Right.
Brian, and it's like a Back to the Future parody. But at
Okay.
the end of it, so it's set in 1984. This episode. They go back to 1984, and Brian at the end. Oh no, I guess. I was going to say Brian sings a Rick Astley song, but it would have been after 1984 because it's like they invented the song. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you the
Fucking Rick Astley.
exact date. I can tell you the exact date it entered the charts if you want.
I mean, if you really
It
want
was
to.
the 31st of October 1987.
Great.
Because Never Gonna Give You Up was released as a single in August. Whenever You Need Somebody was released as a single. Oh, no, sorry, it was released as the title song on his initial album, Whenever You Need Somebody, his debut album in 1987, on the 31st of October. And then. Oh, no, sorry, no, his debut album actually came out later because Together Forever was released as a single before then, but it only charted when it got a music video in the February of 1988.
I'm so upset. I'm literally so upset right now.
I would have thought you would have
I,
actually got
I've
that.
got the I've got the Rick
I thought
Astley
that would have
one.
been. I thought that would have been your first and only time you would have got the year correct, because I would have thought you would actually know when one of your favourite musicians' debut album came out, considering it's his only good album.
It was Family Guy that threw me off. Had I not watched the episode the other day, I probably would have gone like 85, 86.
Whenever You Need Somebody was released in 1987, including Never Gonna Give You Up, Whenever You Need Somebody, and Together Forever, for the first 3 songs on the album. Fun fact.
Seth MacFarlane, I'm coming for your ass.
Yeah, well,
But
there you go. 8 points of a potential 33.
it was the Family Guy episode that threw me off.
If you'd have gotten that question right, you would have actually set yourself a new high score of 14.
Great.
Yeah,
Wow,
well,
isn't
there you
that
go.
nice?
There you
So
go.
upset.
He has flopped it.
Yeah,
Well,
I have indeed.
yeah. Well, there we go. We'll move on then from that terrible disappointment of a segment to your topics for
Oh,
today.
it is very sus. So I need a minute to just fucking get the anger out. I need to like choke something like. "Rah!" Here we go. I've got my Big Bang Theory stress ball here, my Leonard. But no. So the first topic of the sauce is what is the next big gaming trend? So in recent years, we've had things like Battle Royale, Toys to Life, ooh, fucking first-person shooters. They're a big trend. Zombie games, they've all been big trends. So what is next for the game industry, in your opinion?
It crumbles.
Well,
The
I,
entire industry falls. Flashback to 83.
I would
Oversaturation of the market
I
brings
would be
down the
surprised.
entire industry.
Is that your actual guess?
Yes,
Well, not guess, but
it's my
I well,
truth.
I think with esports becoming more prevalent, I think that like a more like esports game that is focused more on the earning side. Um, so maybe it would be like a game where you like subscribe to it, like a subscription service, because everyone's mad on them at the minute. But it's like an esport, so you can like win your money back.
So
That would
betting.
be the yeah, that would be the next gaming trend.
So the next gaming trend is just gambling.
Yeah,
There you go. Well, there's our predictions for you. The next gambling,
is that literally
the
the
next
entire?
gaming
I don't know
trend
what.
are. I think the gaming industry is going to crash within the next 5 years, and
Don't
Joe
say
thinks
that.
that we're all going to become gamblers. So,
Well, it's hard to say in it because people like weird things,
mm.
but people like spending money. So,
Yeah, well, as we saw in 1983, people don't like spending too much money.
oh, people do nowadays though.
Yeah, the industry's going to crash, mate. Mark my words.
But no, so that's literally the entire segment, and I feel like the next segment won't be as long either. Uh,
It's hard to say, really, isn't it?
yeah, I was struggling for topics this week. I don't know if it was just because I was under vaccination
Vaccination fatigue.
fatigue, yeah, haze, or if I was just tired yesterday or what. But yeah, so the topics this week from me are pretty shit. But yeah, so next we got what do we think of Loki so far? We're more than halfway through. This is going to be in spoiler territory, by the way. So um, fuck off or skip ahead or something. But yeah, so what do you think so far, Jack? So I'll let you go first.
Yes, alright. There you go. Don't really have a lot else to say. Uh, I was
You,
talking
you
some.
once you once did an entire essay about orange juice, and all you can say about the show is it's alright.
Well, I didn't do an entire day about orange juice. Well, it's like I was talking to somebody about it Saturday, and what I said to them was it's sort of like one of them shows where if you like a very specific style of show, then it'll be up your alley. But if you don't like that, you probably think it's boring and shit. Like it feels a lot like Doctor Who. Like it's just one of them things where it's like, as long as you like, having to watch people fucking talk, then I'm sure you'll find it fine.
Yeah, that's for me. That's one of my favorite sides of the MCU. Is actually
The character
like,
interactions.
the character interactions, the talking, the hints, all multiverse or whatever. The little hints that we get. So I've actually quite enjoyed this series because what I didn't like so much about Falcon and Winter Soldier was there was a lot of talking. It just wasn't relevant. I was a bit like Will Mackenzie. I was just like, oh, it's not exactly relevant though.
Not exactly relevant, is it?
But yeah, so it's the same with WandaVision. That was good, but for me it wasn't like
One division.
it was a lot of just background hints for that one. But what I like about Loki is
Yeah.
people are talking, people are giving us answers, but it's still leaving the mysteries. And I got very attached to characters. I actually cried when Mobius got erased. It's hard to see Owen Wilson die because
Wow.
he's such a friendly guy. I think uh, Owen Wilson. Like well, of course, because Cars was my favorite film as a kid, so obviously I have some attachment to Owen Wilson, I suppose. But
Wow.
wow,
Wow.
but no. But yeah, so I think Loki's pretty good so far. My dad doesn't like it, and I always say he's one of the type of guys that just like big explosion, whoa, big gunshots, lasers.
Yeah. Big
That's the
old
type of guy.
consumer.
Well, one of his favorite films is Star Wars. So
Which
really
one?
does not surprise me. Well, he just likes Star Wars in general. But yes, I always joke to him and say, "Oh, you just like big gunshots firing, and you don't really like the talking." And I guess it's true. Uh, because a lot of people are like that. I remember when WandaVision first came out. The first two episodes, people were just like, "This is fucking shit. What the fuck?" But and add Jack's back to make the thoughts on. But this is I guess it's what people are gonna be like though, because it's a different. The MCU is going in a different direction from now on. So
Yeah.
I guess I mean Doctor Strange could be a horror film, so chances are I won't be watching it.
Horrifyingly bad.
I'll watch Soups as breakdown. This character just came to the MCU.
Oh,
You won't believe it, guys. That was with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. It's like, where's
yeah,
Splinter? Coming.
Yeah.
I saw that good last
Banter,
night.
haha, haha, banter, banter.
Butters, your
Your
butters.
butters. That means you're ugly.
That means you're ugly. I love that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was actually, to be fair, because our segments are going pretty quick. I was going to add in a segment yesterday, but I didn't know whether or not we were going to save it for next week or not. But what do we think about the Euros so far? Because we're in the last week now. So what do you think?
Yeah. Well, the finals are on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. I've actually probably watched more of the Euros than I thought I was going to.
Oh, I'm the same. I
Um,
thought I wouldn't fucking watch it at all, but I've been
yeah.
simping over it.
Yeah. Well, obviously, with England progressing so far, it's still on a lot of people in this country's lips. And all credit to the England team. They've been superb throughout the entire season. They've made it all the way to the semi-finals without conceding a single goal, which I think is a feat that shouldn't go overlooked. We beat Germany 2-0. We battered the Ukraine.
We made a German girl cry.
We did do that, which is all we really want from our football. So
people are saying that football fans are heartless for laughing, but either way,
it would have happened the other way around if it was an English fan.
Would have cried.
Yeah, I was going to say if it was an English fan crying, the Germans would have been fucking ripping us a new one, wouldn't they?
You can't look at it like it's sad because obviously,
you've got to realise in
football, I cried at CM Punk losing to The Rock, so either way,
in football, in football, you've got to realise your team's not always going to win. So
exactly. I mean,
that's
all we're going to say about the girl crying. Because
we don't need to touch on the bloke. We don't need to touch on the bloke behind the fundraiser. We'll just quickly talk about the Euros. Yeah, I think a lot of the Euros have been more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I've been watching.
I think it's because we've had a lockdown. We've not really.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things. People have been like fucking going mad for everything.
Yeah. Well, watching. Yeah, I've been watching like nearly every match of the Euros. Like I remember when it was the group stages, I was probably watching at least one game a day. Like since it's gone to the quarters and it's on to the semis now. So the next game is the next game will actually be an hour after this episode comes out on the Tuesday. If you didn't know. Yeah, so like in the quarter, I watched all 4 of the quarter-final games. It was Spain, Switzerland, then it was Belgium, Italy, then Czech Republic versus Denmark, and of course England versus the Ukraine. Watched all those games, yeah. I watched most of the round of 16 as well, to be fair. France versus Switzerland was probably my favourite game from the entire tournament so far. What a fucking game that was, Jesus Christ. Can't believe the French lost to the Swiss in that. Good lord. Absolute bottle jobs. Current world champions they are. They lost to the Swiss. They were the guys that I predicted to win the entire tournament as well. That's the thing. They went out in I think you predicted the French. I think you either predicted like the French or like Portugal or something.
I think maybe I said Italy. I don't know.
Well, if you did say Italy, you've still got a chance of that coming true because
still got a chance.
Italy are playing Spain in the semi-finals.
I mean, you know me. I'm a big geezer. Oh,
absolutely.
I beat my missus if England doesn't win. That's a joke.
Yeah, he doesn't have a missus
to beat. People will believe that.
It's a joke because he doesn't have a missus to beat. That's what it is.
Exactly. That is the joke. That's the fun.
Can't beat the missus if you don't have one.
Exactly.
So,
but no. I'm a big geezer. So I probably said England. Let's face it. England are going all the way, baby.
I didn't. Well, like going into the tournament, because obviously we made our prediction before the tournament had even started. I didn't have high hopes for England, nor did I have high hopes for Wales either. I thought Wales were going to crash out in the groups, but lo and behold,
did well.
Lo and behold, we made it to the 16. It's just once we got there, we were absolutely fucking pumped by Denmark. But
it was funny seeing all the Wales versus England like in the like on social media and stuff. That was pretty funny.
Well, it's because like Welsh and English fans, we wanted it. I really wanted it because it's the two countries that I support, going at it at Wembley. That would be a fucking banger of a game. But obviously, it definitely wasn't going to happen because Denmark battered Wales from pillar to post. By the end of it, heads were gone. Just gave up completely. But to be fair, as soon as the first Danish goal went in, I think I've already said it. As soon as the first Danish goal went in, I knew we weren't going to come back. You know, the commentators were going, "Oh, you know, we conceded first to Belgium in the last Euros and we won that 3-1." I just wasn't the same this time around. I could see it on everyone's faces that as soon as they conceded to Denmark, they just sort of gave up. I knew it weren't.
Yeah.
It weren't happening. But
no, we'll talk about it a bit more next week.
Yes, because obviously next week the finals will have been played, so we'll do a proper overview of the tournament.
We'll have to go back and see our predictions.
Yes, yeah, we'll go back and look at our predictions and see.
Wait, did I not write it down? Oh, hang on, I might have.
If you've written it down, then well, yeah, like you know, if you have written, save it to next week, and we'll just quickly move on to our final topic of the day.
My laptop's not charged, is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll leave it.
Yeah. We'll move to our finale topic, which is what, Joe?
Well, it's going to be our top 5 YouTubers who made us blank. So, for me, I'm going to do some of my favourite YouTubers, but we all know Mr. Negative over here. He's
do top 5 YouTubers that made me come. Number 5, Ali.
No, number 5. Well, I don't know. I can't really answer for you, but number 1, Joebot 22 every time.
Number 2, Ninja.
Oh yeah. Number 3, Superhuman.
Number 1.
Number 4, Martin Goldbridge.
Number 5, God. Highface 23.
Badland Chugs.
No. Yeah. No, so
so who's going first?
You can do your top 5. Why not?
Okay, so these are going to be some of my top 5.
I need to think of mine.
Favorite YouTubers of all time. So number 5, I'm going to put all these into one. It's just any Yogscast member. Which at number 5 is not obviously the ones who are like nonces or fucking slept with fans or chatted to fans, whatever. But the people in the Yogscast who are good. I guess just any current Yogscast member as of, hang on, what's the date? I probably shouldn't. Oh, it's not June, it's July. But yeah, so the 5th of July, 2021. So yeah, Yogscast is up at number 5. At number 4 is Neebs Gaming. They're like a they're a gaming channel, but they do more like survival games and like Ark and Minecraft, Current Exiles. They also do like Battlefield and GTA and stuff. And yeah. So at my number 4. Number 3 is, I don't watch him anymore, but if we talk about my all-time favorite YouTube channels, it's Stampy Longhead or Stampy Longnose. He was a big part in me growing up. I used to watch him all the time. And I sort of fell off.
You're not including iBallistic Squid in there.
Wow. He gets an honorable mention. iBallistic Squid. Number 2, I'm gonna say Smosh. Again, don't watch him anymore, but I used to watch him all the time.
L Smosh. I prefer L Smosh personally.
Well, that's Smosh and like Smosh games, Smosh cartoons. And number 1, the all-time best YouTuber, Etika, because you got to put him in. Like, he's incredible. missing more and more every day. But yeah, so Etika's my number one because, well, he is a YouTuber. He's streamed on YouTube. He streamed on YouTube, and I would always watch his clips and stuff. And yeah, he's incredible. So he's my number one. And now Jack is going to. Oh, Bob, tell us what you're going to do. Feels like a school presentation, this.
It does a bit.
Jack, come up to the front. Tell us what you're going to do. Introduce yourself. Questions at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah. So, this is really hard for me because I don't have a top 5 favorite YouTubers. Like, I could just sort of list off YouTubers I like. But
I mean, they don't really have to be in a list. But
yeah, I was gonna say I don't really
I'll probably put Stampy over
quantify.
Smosh.
I was gonna say I don't really quantify YouTubers. I rank which ones I like the most because I don't really have that. Like I watch. I watch a lot of YouTube, but mostly I just watch whatever really pops up that interests me. Like now I've sort of gone from watching YouTube for the YouTubers and more to watching YouTube for the content of the video. Like
I'm the same nowadays.
Well, like I've got into watching like YouTube like the iceberg videos. I watch a lot of them now, just because I just find them interesting. To be honest,
they're like 50 minutes long. So
bro, there was one I was watching. It was it's the Kanye West iceberg, and it's like 3 hours. It's 3 hours long. There's that much.
Oh
stuff
my
in it.
god,
It's 3 hours long. I watched the whole thing.
that video is made for you. Kanye West, iceberg.
Bro, genuinely, it's fucking. It goes into like all of his leaked music and like all sorts of stuff, and like all the like different versions of stuff that you might not know about, and it's
What about
a cracking
Kanye,
video.
Kanye East?
I think he does actually
Fortnite
get
balls.
mentioned. I think he actually gets mentioned.
That's incredible. Fortnite balls, sus.
No, there was
EDP.
I'll tell you what does get mentioned quite early on is people think that the Fortnite version came first of American Boy. Because apparently, I hope to God that it's a joke, but apparently people do think that it came first and or is better.
Well, I can't remember what it was for, but I remember seeing something like that ages ago, and I got really angry about it.
Yeah.
But no, it was for something probably stupid, but like you know me, I was just like, oh, actually, this came first, you bitch. But yeah.
Yeah, but if I was to say who my favourite YouTubers are, I suppose I could just give you like a list rather than do like a top 5 or anything. My favourite YouTubers right now, Danny Aaron's is probably up there. The Sideman, obviously. Botchamania's still good. Scott the Was, he's probably up there as well.
Oh, Scott the Was is incredible.
Super Mega only plays. Internet Historian. I don't know if it really counts, but I guess you could include like the Happy Hour podcast. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's on YouTube, I suppose. Cold Ones as well, I suppose you include. What else? I'm just scrolling through like my subscription feed at the minute, really. Mr. Sunday Movies, he's good. Away Days, I enjoy watching Away Days. Moist Critical as well, he's up there.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, there's loads and loads of YouTube, like right now. that I enjoy watching. Yeah, like I say, I can't really put him in a top 5 or a top 10. Really, there's so many.
Yeah, that's fair though. I don't blame you at all for that, but fair enough.
Oh, Cad Icarus. There's another one there. Add him in. I like
Oh,
Cad
where do I
Icarus.
recognize it? I recognize it. Don't think I've seen. Maybe I
He's
have. I
worth
don't
a
know.
watch. I met him, I've met Cad Icarus while I was
Oh,
working at Alton Towers. Because him
oh,
and his family came for a visit, and he asked me, because obviously I was working there, I was going off on my break, and I heard him, and I went up to him, and was like, "Hey, you guys all right? You guys?" I could see he was like looking at a map and something. So I was like, "You guys all right? Do you guys need any directions anywhere?"
also, I'm a big fan.
Well, no, actually, like after I gave him directions, I said, "By the way, I'm a big fan of your content." And he was like, "Oh, thanks so much." Because I don't think he expected to be recognised, because obviously he's not like a big YouTuber. I think he's been around for a long time though. Like I've been watching Kadika, God, since like fucking 2015. Like he's one of the only kind of
He
like
does
old video
the-
game commentary kind of YouTubers who I've watched consistently for years now.
Oh, what's he do?
He
Oh,
mostly does like PlayStation games. Like recently he's been doing a load of he collabs with a lot of like big gaming YouTubers. Like he's done collabs with Got the Was and
that's maybe
what's
where I know him
and
from. Then.
Ant Dude, I think his name is. I used to watch
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I used to watch him quite a bit back in the day as well. But yeah,
But that's kind of a cool
it's so surreal.
story.
He's
I met him.
probably not Ant Dude. Cad Icarus is probably the most. It sounds a bit sad, but he's probably the most famous person I've met. Because I haven't really met many famous people.
I've met Miyamo Jeff 53. He's the most famous
Yeah,
person
well,
I know.
you have met Miyamo Jeff 53. He's big time. He is.
Mhm.
I'll tell you who I have
I,
met, but I didn't realise who they were when I met them. I met someone off of Love Island. Well,
they're not
also
really
while I was
famous.
also
Man.
well, also while I was working at Alton. But I think it was. I'll tell you what. I think it was Molly May. I think that's
Oh,
her name.
so she's very
Oh,
famous
no,
then
I was
out
going
of
to
all.
say in the UK she's actually very famous. No, yeah, she's probably the most famous person I've met because
Oh, well, I
she
think she is
came.
in the States now.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, because
Probably.
she's what's his name's girlfriend, isn't
Fury.
she? Tyson,
Uh,
not Tyson Fury, the other one, Tommy Fury,
Tommy,
Tommy
yeah.
Fury's boyfriend, girlfriend rather. So yeah, there you go. She's the most famous person I've met,
Oh,
and then
God.
it's Cad Icarus.
I don't think I've met anyone famous, actually. Oh, kind of
If you went to Stafford College, you would have
sad
met
now.
Nico Milana. Because if you might remember that there's because Nico, you know Nico Milana.
I do.
He
Yeah.
ran for the mayor of London.
He
He's
did.
actually from Stafford, so
Oh, fair enough.
that's why. But yeah, I remember. I
Well,
suppose we'll say his
I think
name.
most of us
Our
have.
friend,
Yeah,
our friend, Joel the cat. Follow him on
yeah,
TikTok if you
yeah.
haven't already. Our friend Joel the cat met him once while he went into to college. He was
Oh,
just in there for some reason.
fair enough.
So there you go.
But no,
If you'd have gone to Stafford, you would have met a future London mayoral candidate.
I think maybe a lot of people who live near where we are, we know Roy Wood. Um,
Mm. Adam
who's
Peaty.
obviously
Adam Peaty. He's a
Adam Peaty.
Olympic swimmer. There you go.
I've not met. I've
He's from
not
the
met
town
Adam
we come
Peaty.
from. So
Oh,
I met him
um,
once.
I might have actually. I might have. Literally the last day of college that I had a few weeks back. I got on the bus and there was someone there with an Olympic shirt on. So it might have been him. I don't know what he looks like
I don't think.
though.
Listen, Joe. I'll be honest. I don't think Adam Peaty takes the bus. He has
No,
a lot of money.
he had like an Olympic shirt on, and he had like a training bag.
I
Who
don't
knows?
know.
Who knows?
I
Could have
don't
been him.
know. I doubt it because
Hang on, let me look up a
Adam
picture.
Peaty, Adam
It might have
Peaty
been.
Adam Peaty drives a giant Ford F-150. So I don't
He,
think he would
he
bother
could have had
taking
an
a bus.
injury though.
Mate, well, you could just get his mum to drive
Well,
him.
who else should have an
I don't know.
Olympic 2021?
He doesn't even live in Uttoxeter anymore. Oh shite! He doesn't even live around here anymore. Like
It
he's
looks a
moved
bit
off
like him.
to he's moved off to like fucking London or wherever they train all the Olympic swimmers. But anyway,
Oh, it might have been him. I don't know. There was someone with an. Well, I think I meant someone with an Olympic shirt on. So
it
it
could
might
have
have
just
been
been
an
some random
Olympian.
bloke. Honestly, could have literally just been some random bloke who just likes the
There was
Olympics.
a cat hair on the shirt. I know.
Yeah, I think
So,
yeah. There you go then.
but well,
It's just some
fucking,
random bloke.
thanks for that. Well,
Thanks for this.
I still know Roy Wood. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of huge. Ah, have I met anyone else?
My granddad knows a former WBO heavyweight champion, but I don't. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's kind of sad.
it's
Oh,
kind of it's
um,
kind of strange that my granddad is like childhood friends with a former WBO boxing heavyweight champion. It's
I think I met Anton
really
Deck when
strange.
I was a kid.
If it's not Dick and Dom,
This
it
is
doesn't
kind of
really count,
funny.
does it?
This is kind of funny. We once went on holiday and like, like fucking like what's it, probably like Butland or something, and Anton Deck were there, and they did like a quiz or something where you can win one of their like I think it's like a CD or something by one of their songs, or
Wow.
it's something like that, and we actually won it.
Oh
So,
wow. So you got to
so
go up
yeah,
and get your CD.
I'll ask my dad if he still likes it because I think it's at his. But yeah,
Wow.
it's something like that. I'll ask my sister after the podcast is done. She was a bit older than me. She'll know. But
Well,
yeah, so
yeah. Anton Deck, most famous person he's met. Stack them
I
on
was
top of
probably like
each other, and they're
five.
about the
So
same size as a normal person. So,
yeah,
uh,
exactly.
well, yeah.
I've met people from a games company. Can't really say which.
Oh,
Um,
I know exactly which games company you're on about.
but I mean,
Yeah.
they're sort of famous.
Technically he's not allowed to say because he has an NDA. However,
Yeah.
at the same time, he'd also spoken to us before he'd signed an NDA that he was going to work with a certain company. But out of respect for his NDA, I'm not gonna say
Well,
anything.
I could say who I did it for. I mean, I've got it on my CV, but
You got you got it on
I
your
just
CV that
don't.
you're a game tester. You just can't say what the game was.
I just don't want to do it because they've not got much that they've announced. So obviously you can
Ah, okay.
puzzle it together.
Yeah, okay. Fair
Um,
enough. Then. Fair enough.
I just said it's something they announced, but yeah,
Yeah, it's Ubisoft Montreal.
yeah, no, no. Oh, I wish, but no.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we don't live in Montreal, so I don't think I don't think it would be
you
there.
can still test them.
Why would Ubisoft Montreal come all the way from Canada to go do some game testing at a college in
Well, no,
Burton?
because this wasn't a game that was made in England.
Ooh,
It
ooh,
was just because the company was. There's
ooh.
a very, very thin lines here. But oh, who fucking listens to this anyway? But
Is
still,
game testing? Oh my god, he's game testing Yakuza 8. Oh my god, guys.
after it's out, I will probably stream the game. But
After it's come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then we can all look at the credits together, and that'll be kind of
Yeah, you see, they've spelt your name wrong.
fun. Joseph Gubbins.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go.
They just accidentally clicked the wrong key. But then again, there's nothing new. There's nothing more Joseph Gibbons than spelling the name wrong because you pressed the wrong
To
letter.
be fair, when I went to get my first COVID jab, you know, I've already said I got my first COVID jab. Joe, of course, as he said, when I got his yesterday. When I went for my first COVID
Well, I thought
jab,
your name was like Jock or something.
no, they spelled my last name with an O, but not as in Rolf, not as in Jack Rolf, right? It's even worse. They spelt it RALPH. R-A-O-P-H, as in Ralph.
Rayoff.
Rayoff. Like, I think it's because when I said it, I didn't like pronounce the L especially heavily, so they thought I said my last name was Ralph rather than
Ryu.
Ralph, which is my actual surname.
Oh god, that's funny. But no, so I'm trying to think any more famous people that I've met.
And we've sort of just tailed off from the YouTubers, haven't we?
I don't have a
I
good
want to
memory though,
I want
so
to
I
give a
probably
special
have.
shout out. I want to give a special shout out to Tiny Turtle and Little Lizard Gaming. Not because I still watch them, but because I used to watch them when I was in like year 8, and I just remember sitting there watching Crazy Craft 3.0 episode 124.
But oh, actually, I should mention the Crumble woman, Lorraine Bowen of Britain's Got Talent
Crumble
a few years
crumble.
back. Everybody's good at cooking something. I'm good at cooking crumble. Everyone knows it. She commented
Crumble
on one of my
crumble.
YouTube videos, so
Right,
famous.
okay.
No, she said, because I did a
Made
cover
the
of
bitch
the song.
famous.
She said,
Are you
like
vanity
something like
searching then?
amazing Joe, great cover, and I was just like, oh,
Vanity searching, that's what it is.
well, I guess so. But
Like Jeremy Renner. But anyway, yeah, probably it for this episode, isn't it?
that is it, yeah.
Well, yeah. If you
Fuck
guys,
off.
yeah,
Let's just end it there.
if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, click that notification bell, leave a comment down below. If you got to this point, leave the word Bingus. Comment Bingus to
Hashtag
let us
bingo.
know that you've got to this point. Just comment Bingus, and we'll know that you've watched the
Put
podcast.
Joseph Gubbins in the comments.
Put Joseph Gubbins, comma, Bingus.
Jack Real.
Bingus. Yeah, so if you guys
Why,
have enjoyed...
why Bingus?
First word I thought of.
This is in 20 years. That's going to be a racial term, and people will dig this up.
Well, Bingus is the name of a cat. So
The cat is racist.
the cat has no hair.
Oh,
Cheeky. Yes, yeah. We're just gonna end it here. Yeah, if you guys have do all the things I said, comment Bingus, and we'll see you guys next
goodbye,
week.
lovelies.
Trash. Absolute trash. I was disgusted.